What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brandy and you're watching the Glam Belle, and today we're going to be talking about how to apply your products to your curly hair. Everyone has their own technique, their own routine. This is just how I personally like to apply mine, and it's ever evolving. So what I did 4 years ago in my routine definitely looks a little bit different today. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how I have been loving to apply my products to get the absolute best outcome with my curly hair. And in today's video, we are featuring a product that I have been so obsessed with. If you follow me on Instagram or other platforms, you've seen this in some of my shorter like IGTV videos and things like that. And that is this little baby right here. This is the Be Hairful brush. I'm going to talk to you all about this, tell you why I love it so much. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy curly hair videos. Make sure to turn your notifications on so that you don't miss any future uploads. And without further ado, if you are interested in seeing exactly how I apply my styling products to get the best curly hair results that I can, then just keep watching. Let's go ahead and talk about my favorite brush that I have just been obsessed with. I use this literally every single time I wash my hair. So it comes in this nice little box right here. It's a very interesting brush because it has two different kinds of bristles. It actually has nylon and boar bristles on this brush. Maybe some of you don't use a brush in your wash day, and that's totally fine, but I have found that when I use a brush to really help not only distribute my products, but also to help clump my curls, I get such better results. And this brush is the first one that I have found that kind of does everything that I need it to do and not just one specific thing. I love how lightweight this brush is. It doesn't get heavy in the hand. It's super easy to hold, very comfortable. You can actually dry detangle with this brush. And I know that sounds really scary. Curly hair people usually never ever detangle with their hair dry, but I have found that once in a while I do like to dry detangle, especially if I'm gonna do like a pre-poo with an oil product before washing, just to give my hair the extra moisture. I will go ahead and dry detangle. And I have found in the past with other brushes, I definitely get a lot more breakage when I'm trying to dry detangle versus when I use this particular brush. Of course, you always want to start at the bottom and start to work your way up from there. You don't want to ever start at the top and try to pull through your hair, because you will definitely pull out your hair, cause breakage and all of that stuff. The second biggest reason that I love this is that it is perfect for product distribution. This is probably the biggest reason why I have fallen in love with using a brush on my wash days. When you start your wash day and you use your shampoo or whatever it is that you're using to cleanse your hair, that is concentrated on the scalp. You really just keep that right at the scalp. Then as you rinse your shampoo, it will glide through the strands of your hair. It'll clean any product off of your hair. You don't obviously need a brush to distribute your shampoo through your hair. What you do need a brush for, what I need a brush for, is to distribute either my conditioner or my hair mask, my moisturizing mask, or my protein treatment like I'm using today. And when you're doing your conditioner or your hair treatments, you kind of want to start from the mid to ends of the hair. And then what I like to do is start to use the Be Hairful brush to really distribute it. So I'll again start at the bottom and just slowly work any tangles out until I'm all the way at the very top of the hair and the hair is 100% detangled. Not only does it obviously get rid of any tangles that you have in your hair, but it also gets that product on every single strand, so that every single strand that is on your head is getting that product love that it needs. And my all-time favorite way of using this brush is when I am actually styling my hair, when I'm actually applying my styling products. This is where I feel like the magic happens. What I like to do first is make sure that I've got enough water in my hair. I always like to style with pretty soaking wet hair. I like to put in either a leave-in conditioner or leave a little bit of my actual conditioner in my hair for that extra moisture. Today I went in with the air dry cream from Curlsmith. I just kind of distribute that with my fingers. I'll rake it through, smooth it over the hair. I like to split my hair in half, and I will brush through from the bottom to the top with the Behairful brush, distributing that leave-in all throughout my hair, and then it is ready for styling products. Here is where my styling routine has changed a little bit. I used to just kind of section it off into two sections, right and left, and then just apply products to the right side of my hair and then apply products to the left side of my hair. And I always found that I would miss spots, especially in the back of my head. I have found by sectioning off my hair and really concentrating on one section at a time has really given me much better results in the end. So I like to section off kind of like the bottom section. I go kind of from my ears back and pull up that top section and clip it away. And then I will split the bottom section into two halves, right and left. And that is when I will start to apply styling products. So if you're someone that actually likes to layer your styling products, this is where you would actually layer those products. So maybe you use a cream and a gel, which is what I typically use, but today I just use a gel. You would go in with that cream product first, and then you would go in and do the same exact thing with your gel product for that one section. So today, for instance, I'm starting with the left side of my head and I'm going in with a little bit of gel. Now, because I'm sectioning off my hair, I obviously don't need to use quite as much product as I would typically use, if I was just doing two sections. I'm starting out with a little bit of product and I start to just rake that through the hair, and I always like to make sure that the hair almost feels like seaweed. That's the best way to describe it. It'll feel kind of slimy like seaweed. This is when you know you have enough moisture in your hair and you have enough product. If it feels dry as you're applying it or it feels tangly as you're applying it, then you probably need to have more water or a little bit more product. Once I've gotten that product in there with my fingers, this is where the magic happens with the Behairful brush. I like to go through the section and really start at the bottom and work through the top of that section, making sure every single strand has the exact same amount of product. Now, when I am doing this process, this is where I find that other brushes differ from the Behairful brush. Other defining brushes, it's very difficult to get a big section and brush it through. You really do have to go in small sections so that you're not pulling at your hair, you're not really ripping your hair out, you know what I mean? But this one is so good at detangling and defining that you can really use a big section to brush it through and help define the curls. Today, I wanted to show you guys how you can really help define the curls by not only distributing that product, but then going in smaller sections throughout that section to help define the curls and clump the curls even more. Typically, when I'm in a rush and I really don't have a lot of time, I will take that whole section and brush through the bottom to the top with the Behairful brush and then scrunch. That way it helps to encourage the curl and the curl clumps, and then I move on to the next section. But today I decided to go ahead and show you exactly how I do it if I want more definition. And in doing this, when you take that little extra time, it does help to make your hair curlier. So if you're looking to make your hair look a little bit curlier than what it typically is, going through and defining smaller sections at a time will definitely help give you that kind of result. So then once I'm done with that section, I move on to the next one. I do the same exact thing, apply a little bit of product, use the Behairful brush, starting at the bottom, working my way to the top, and just kind of smoothing it through that whole section. And again, typically I would just go ahead and scrunch, but in this case, I'm going through smaller sections and just defining it with the brush. You can also take it as you pull the section through, really kind of curve your hand around, and it'll help to encourage the bottom of the curl as well. I find that my ends tend to be a little bit looser, they fall flat a little quicker, they're a little bit frizzier. So if you really use the brush to help curve the bottom of the hair, it really does just help to kind of encourage the curl at the bottom of the hair. So that's just another little trick. And then I do the same exact thing, going through section by section. Obviously, how many sections you have depends on how much hair you have. My hair is very thin, not a lot of density, but in doing this, taking that extra time to go through section by section really helps to give me the extra definition, and I feel like it gives me a little extra volume. It helps to ensure that every single strand of hair has all the product that it needs. I'm telling you, anytime I don't use a brush, it's inevitable. I will definitely miss spots throughout my hair, and those spots end up frizzy. And in case you were wondering, I did plop my hair. I love plopping. I typically plop for about 20 minutes when I have the extra time. Of course, sometimes I just go right in with my diffuser, and then I diffuse my hair, and then I'm good to go. But that is exactly how I have been applying my products and why I love applying my products with this brush. It really does make a big difference. And if you are someone that likes to do blowouts, this brush will give so much shine to the hair, and that is where the boar bristles really help to distribute the natural oils from your scalp throughout your hair strands. I think that is everything that I wanted to tell you guys about this brush. I've been getting so many questions about it. It is good for any curl type. This brush is $34.99. If by chance I can get a discount code for you guys, I will put it in the description box below. I'm not sure if I have a code or anything, but if I do, you'll see it linked below. If you have any questions outside of what I've explained in today's video about how I use this brush, why I love it, why it's amazing, and all of that, definitely leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I think that is it for this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.